Hello, everybody. Today we will be reviewing how the lead to cash process works within the NetSuite application. Please allow me to introduce myself. My name is John Ulip. I have a heavy accounting background, having received my degree in accounting, beginning my career in public accounting, doing both audit and tax, before becoming an accountant in the software industry. At Infusionsoft, I was a NetSuite user, and we used the NetSuite CRM to grow the company to over 100 million in recurring revenue during my tenure there. Prior to joining NetSuite, I most recently served as the controller at Campus Logic, a rapidly growing software startup where we purchased NetSuite to help the company scale its operations. In this session, we will begin by discussing key challenges businesses like your own face in the lead to cash process. We will then do a high-level overview of the lead to cash process before jumping into the NetSuite application for a live demonstration. After the demo, we will do a brief recap of what we covered today. Let's review the issues you are solving for. As we had discussed in our previous call, you currently manage leads and opportunities in spreadsheets. Once your sales team closes a deal, sales orders are entered into your ERP software. Invoices have to be saved to your hard drive and sent as an email attachment. For collections, you have to remember to send follow-up emails. All of these processes are manual, time-consuming, and prone to error. Because you have data in disparate systems, Excel, ERP, and email, you are having difficulty with benchmarking your sales, marketing, and collections efforts. You also lack visibility into your customers and would like to provide them with better support. With NetSuite, you will save time by automating some of your manual processes. Since all of the data will be housed in the NetSuite application, you will be able to access reports that are updating in real time. NetSuite will also provide you with a 360-degree look into your customers, and you will be able to manage customer communication in one place. The process begins with lead management. The NetSuite solution allows your marketing team to launch targeted email marketing campaigns and allows your sales team to track their leads and log their activities as they convert those leads into prospects and ultimately into customers. If you have a services organization, NetSuite's open air professional services automation gives you the project management and resource management capabilities you need to run that part of your business. Once your sales team has a signed contract, you are able to create and approve a corresponding sales order. We know that each company has different approval processes. NetSuite allows you to configure the approval process to fit your organization. With an approved sales order, your accounting team can use NetSuite's revenue recognition engine that is comprehensive enough to address your ASC 606 needs. Do you sell recurring revenue items? NetSuite can manage subscription billing for you. Finally, automated dunning processes help you to be more efficient in your collections efforts and helps you get cash in the door. Let's hop over to the NetSuite application and see how the lead to cash process works. As the sales and marketing manager, your main job responsibilities are probably focused on 1, finding new customers, 2, encouraging repeat business, and 3, increasing average sale size. Let's take a look at how NetSuite can help you accomplish those goals. First, let's take a look at NetSuite's simple, intuitive user interface that is easy to navigate. You can see on this screen that we have multiple navigation portlets that allow you to set up items for your marketing activities, also to set up your sales and operations activities. You can see here on the left side that you also have an opportunity to view your key performance indicators so you can stay up to date on what is happening in your day-to-days. Also, most importantly, you have this opportunity to set reminders for yourself so that you can organize your day and make sure you are working on the most important items. Let's review how NetSuite can help you with your marketing needs. NetSuite offers flexible customer segmentation capabilities through dynamic and static grouping. You can create new customer groups based on criteria such as purchase history, items purchased, purchase dates, and even amount purchased. These groups can then be targeted with email and direct mail marketing campaign events. In NetSuite, you can create as many groups as you want. There are no limitations. A group is simply a list of members or an audience that I want to target with campaigns that I think that they will be specifically interested. So let's go ahead and take a look at some of the groups that have been created here. Let's drill into this California customers group. And the first thing that you will notice here is that this is a dynamic customer group. In NetSuite, you can create either static groups or dynamic groups. Static groups are simply groups where you manually add group members. What's powerful with NetSuite is that you can create dynamic groups which have some logic behind them and app updates in real time as customers with specific characteristics are added into the database. This particular group has logic that states that anytime a customer from California is brought into the system, it is immediately added to this group based on a safe search. So I've decided that I know exactly how to reach customers in California, and I can target this group with specific campaigns and promotions to get as much revenue from them as I can. So you see here, I have a couple of campaigns assigned to reach this particular group. So let's take a look at one of them. Let's take a look at the software monthly mailer. The first thing I want to point out with the software monthly mailer marketing campaign are these two fields here in the top right with total cost and expected revenue. By putting data into these fields, you are able to create reports that will show you the ROI of this campaign. Down below, you can see that you can add different target groups for this campaign. So let's say California customers will benefit from receiving this monthly mailer, and perhaps customers from other states as well, maybe in the Western region, can also benefit from receiving this monthly mailer. You can add multiple target groups to this campaign. It doesn't have to be limited to just the one target group. You can also see that you can add templates rather than having to just create plain text emails. I'll show you what this template looks like that we've added to this campaign. You can go to your marketing team to create maybe some HTML that looks a little bit prettier and be able to leverage that and use that for your campaign that goes out to your customers. Going back to the campaign, I want to show you the statistics tab. You can see all of the total revenue that has been generated by this campaign. You can see the percentage of your return on investment, your profit. All of these are automatically being calculated as customers are buying based off of these campaigns. And these are going to drive financial reports that you can look at on your dashboard, that you can send out to your management team, and you are able to have that visibility into what's happening with your campaigns. Let's stop and talk about some of the reports that are available to you as a NetSuite customer. Out of the box, NetSuite provides many reports that are going to be relevant to you and your business. Let's take a look at a specific report called Campaign ROI Analysis that is available out of the box. I mentioned having relevant financial metrics around some of these marketing campaigns. Well, here I can see which campaigns provide me with the most value calculated from all of the financial and marketing data that is already in the system. So I know based on the sales activity that is being captured as things are being processed, exactly how my campaigns are driving sales and producing results and what the returns are. I can now make strategic decisions on where to invest my marketing dollars based on actual dollar figures. Now that your marketing team is done creating campaigns, let's talk about how those campaigns can help your sales team get more qualified leads that they can convert into customers. Oftentimes, businesses like your own design campaigns to drive website traffic. Once your prospects are on your company website, you want to encourage them to provide certain contact information so you can follow up and convert them into customers. Here is an example of the online lead form created in NetSuite. You can determine which data points you want to collect from your prospect, which will automatically update your NetSuite CRM. Since prospects are more likely to leave their information if they do not feel compelled or threatened, you can choose which fields you want to be marked as mandatory. Here's where NetSuite shows off some of its power. NetSuite gives you the ability to not only create these online lead forms to give you data for your CRM, but it also automates some of the manual processes that your team would have to perform after obtaining a lead. You can set NetSuite up to automatically send an email to your prospect. One of the best practices in building a sales team is to carve out territories and assign sales reps to certain geographical areas of the world. Since one of the data points you're requiring on the lead form is state, you can automatically notify your Arizona sales rep that he or she has a new lead, prompting them to move quickly while the prospect's interest is at its highest. Let's take a look at how this online lead form looks like to a customer. I have one already filled out by a web page visitor, and note that the state and the zip codes are mandatory fields because we want to make sure that this gets routed to the appropriate sales rep. You can create rules in the system to route leads by industry or geography, however you see fit, no longer causing you to have to assign leads manually. Increased automation equals less time and fewer errors. Once we submit, we can go to the dashboard of our sales rep who is assigned to Arizona, and if we refresh his KPI portlet, we will see on his dashboard the lead coming from the form we just submitted a moment ago, which has already hit his dashboard, enabling him to act on it right away while the lead is still hot. I am now logged in as a sales rep, and I can quickly see on my dashboard I have 2 new leads this month that I need to work on. Let's drill down and take a look at these leads. Let's drill into the lead that I just received today from my online lead form. You can see that all of the information that was filled out on the lead form, company name, email, state and zip, name of the contact, have all flowed right over into our NetSuite CRM. Since this information was filled out on my company website, the marketing tab indicates website as the lead source. On the communication tab, I can track all of my touch points my company has had with this particular lead. We had previously discussed sending automated notifications, and at the bottom of this screen, you can see that the prospect was sent an automated email thanking him for his interest. Between the automated email and a prompt message from your sales rep who is notified of his new lead, your potential customer will surely be impressed by your quick follow-up. Let's suppose that your sales rep has qualified this lead as he was able to speak directly with Mr. Doe about his interest. You can now convert this lead into an opportunity. As you create the opportunity, you will see that the information from the lead form flows over to the opportunity, and there is no need for any repetitive data entry. In speaking with Mr. Doe, your sales rep was able to find out that he is interested in purchasing a SaaS license, so you can add that to the opportunity. In the middle of the screen, there's a forecasting section. In NetSuite CRM, the status and the probability are directly tied to each other. We have it set up right now that when an opportunity is created, it defaults to a status of opportunity identified and a probability of 10%. If you select the next status down, you can see that the probability of conversion increases to 20%. You have the ability to easily adjust the statuses and probabilities to match trends that you see happening in your sales pipeline. The projected total, seen here on the right, is automatically populated as the sum of the items added at the bottom of the screen. These forecasting fields drive sales pipeline reports that are available to you out of the box on day one to help you estimate your future revenue with greater accuracy and efficiency. Let's save this opportunity, and before we move forward to the next step of the sales cycle, let's look at one of those sales pipeline reports. This out-of-the-box report is the pipeline by status report. It gives you a quick snapshot of how many customers are in each status of the pipeline, the projected total, which again is the sum of the items added to each of the opportunities, and the weighted total, which is simply the projected total multiplied by the probability of conversion. As a sales manager, you can use this report in your meetings with your CEO or with your board of directors to help them visualize future revenue. You could use other reports, especially the pipeline by sales rep report, to drive discussions with your team about areas in which you want them to focus or improve upon. Going back to the opportunity, let's say discussions with John Doe have escalated, and he is now requesting that you send him a quote for that SaaS license he is interested in purchasing. As you have already seen, as we move from online lead form to lead to opportunity, the information that you have previously added continues to flow through to each progressive step of the sales cycle. Note that the probability is automatically updated to 50% now that we're further along in the process. Those pipeline reports that we reviewed are going to update in real time as your sales reps advance toward a sale. As soon as you click Save, this quote will be sent right over to the customer directly from the NetSuite CRM. No more having to worry about the manual process of exporting the quote to PDF and attaching the PDF to an email. Those steps are automated and taken care of for you. You can confirm that the email was sent by clicking on Activities after you receive the confirmation of the quote, and scroll down to see that the email has been sent.
Normally at this stage you would have some back and forth negotiations, but for the purposes of this demo, let's say John Doe agrees that the price he quoted is reasonable and he wants to move forward with purchasing a SaaS license. You can very easily convert the quote into a sales order, and like each prior conversion, all of the legacy data is carried forward and you do not need to enter any additional information. All your sales rep needs to do is hit save and let your finance and accounting team take it from here. Let's see what our AR analyst finds on his or her dashboard now that the sales rep has created the sales order. You can see on the AR analyst dashboard that there is a reminder that there are sales orders to invoice. Once I click in, I can find that John Doe's test company is on that list. I can scroll down, find his company, and submit and create the invoice, after which I can go in and collect the payment. In previous companies that I've worked for, this same process would have proceeded as follows. The sales rep has to manually notify the accounting team that a sales order is ready to invoice. In that notification, the sales rep needs to ensure that he or she has attached a copy of the signed agreement. A member of the accounting team then needs to open the email, open the attachment, review the contract, go into the ERP system to manually create an invoice, export the invoice to PDF before finally attaching the invoice to an email and sending to the customer. With NetSuite's workflows, this process can be done in a matter of just a few clicks. Let's go ahead and take a look at the invoice that has been created. You can see here up above, there's the accept payment button. You can accept payment by credit card, by check, by ACH, whatever method your customer finds most reasonable. Lead generation and sales cycle management are critical processes for any successful business, but we also know that we need to take care of our customers and ensure that they are happy with their product after they purchase. Let's take a look at the customer service side of NetSuite, specifically at our customer, Smith Supplies. Each NetSuite customer has access to a customer center where they can log in and submit support cases for any questions or issues that they encounter. In the Support tab, I can quickly see the entire history of support cases submitted for this customer. I see that there are some cases which have not been started. Through workflows created in NetSuite to manage my customer service team's workload, the first case on this list, case 1165, has been automatically assigned to Alice Liddell. We can see by going to Alice's dashboard that she has a reminder that she has cases to respond to. I see that case 1165 here has been assigned to Alice, so I can drill into that. On the case form, I can see all of the interactions regarding the case. I can also see who the sales rep is along with his or her contact information in case I need to reach out to them for more information. If I determine that this is not an issue that I can resolve, I can submit the case for escalation and route it to the appropriate person who I think would be best suited to resolve the issue. On the Interactions tab, I see that the customer is asking a question regarding an iPad. I can use the search bar to access the solutions repository to see if this is an issue that has been resolved with any of my other customers. If you're able to find another instance of the same issue, you can click on that instance and the solution is provided in the reply box, and I can easily send it off to the customer. Otherwise, I can provide a new response. Once this issue has been resolved, you need to set the status as closed and set a close reason to 100% answered, and you're ready to go. Once you've done that, it'll be marked as closed and answered, and it'll be removed from your dashboard. Before I wrap up, I want to point out that everything we covered today, from the lead to the opportunity, quote, sales order, invoice, payment, support case, is all housed in NetSuite's unified platform. Let's take a look at a customer record. Here in the sales tab, you can see all the transactions that have occurred with this customer. In the marketing tab, you can see the lead source and all of the website visits that this customer has made. In the support tab, you can see all of the cases. The financial tab, you can see everything that is happening with their their accounts receivable, with their collections. You have at your fingertips a comprehensive view of your entire history with the customer to enhance your ability to strengthen and maintain that customer relationship. To recap, bringing your entire lead to cash process into NetSuite by using NetSuite CRM along with NetSuite ERP provides you with increased visibility over your entire organization. Data is made available to you in real time as marketing campaigns are launched, leads are generated off of those campaigns, and those leads are converted into opportunities and ultimately into paying customers. Accurate real time data allows you to make fast, informed decisions that will help your company to continue to grow. It also allows you to automate many of the tedious manual processes, which allows your team to work more efficiently and productively. Thank you for your time, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.